This is Paul.
And this is Rabbi Doug.
Stay tuned
for Taped with Rabbi Doug next.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight.
But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football.
Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're gonna watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. Glad you could be with us today. My guest today is a returning guest who hasn't been with us for a long time, Mr. Stve Arvey.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing, Steve?
Good to be back here, Doug.
Good to see you. Steve, as many of you might remember, is a childhood friend of mine who has made it big in the world of blues music, and we had him on from Buddy Guys the last time you were on the show with Ruby Harris.
Right.
And that was a fun show. And today we've got you in the TV studio, and you're going to play some blues music for us. You're going to sing for us a little bit.
Yeah.
What you been doing these days, Steve?
Well, I've been doing a lot of traveling, taking advantage of the weak dollar, both in Australia and Scotland, Ireland, England. So been doing pretty good overseas. There's a good appreciation of Americana blues roots music like what I do.
So when people come to see you in Europe and places like that, are they coming because you're from Chicago and they want to see a Chicago blues artist, or are they coming because they are out to hear blues music by anybody?
Most of them are coming out to see me because they feel sorry for me. No, actually, they come out because of my history in the Chicago blues scene. Some people are curious to find out, the fact that I play with a lot of the blues legends. I've built up a small following of people through my recorded music over the years. So I do have some fans, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger as I go along.
Very nice. You're going to play some music for us, so let's hear something. What are you going to do for us first?
Sure, I'll do the song off the Free Range CD. This is a song that I recorded.
I have a copy of Free Range here with me.
Right.
And let's show that to our audience. This is Stve Arvey and Pete Cornelius's Free Range album, and
yes, promoting the poultry industry and free range chickens, along with great kosher chickens.
And back to Stve Arvey now with some music from Free Range. This is which song?
This song is called Faith.
Faith.
Found myself times of trouble, just all alone. Well, I moved myself so many times out on a double, try to find my way back home. They say home is in a hide and you try to explain that. I see it's in your soul. Yeah, soul of a man keeps on wandering, trying to find that empty home. Every time I see the sky, I believe to myself that my soul could fly. All in all, I've always tried to live my life with my faith inside. Remember the words and the stories, men who were strong and bold, women who fought for their struggles and their glories, and bore their children's gold. You see, everybody's got their own special stories, men who were bought and sold, trying to explain their existences and their worries, and who they really owe. Every time I see the sky, I believe to myself that my soul could fly. All in all, I've always tried to live my life with my faith inside. Every time I see your face, it reminds me of that special place.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. With the traveling and everything that you're doing, what's going on with the band, with West Side Heat? Everybody, I think, in the Chicago area that knows Stve Arvey knows Stve Arvey and West Side Heat, your band that you have had for so many years and you still get back together with to play. What's happening with them these days?
We're doing a few gigs, but honestly, with the high price of gasoline and traveling, doing the road gigs, we've had to cut back everything. So I've been doing more acoustic shows, or acoustic duos, or sometimes West Side Heat were stripped down to 3 pieces now.
Where's our friend Mark Hoekstra these days?
Mark Hoekstra's living in Louisville.
Right. He still travels into town to do gigs.
Yeah, he does, but like I said, not as much because of the high price of gas now. So we've had to cut back a lot. So
very nice.
It's been,
very nice. Well, at least you guys are still together, but just not as often.
Yeah, not as often. We're just trying to consolidate.
So tell me about this friend of yours who you've been playing with for years, Pete Cornelius. Where is he from, and how often do you guys get together and play?
We get together 2 times a year. Pete's actually coming to Chicago soon, and I play with him every year when I go down to Australia and Tasmania. And I met Pete when he was 17 years old. He's a fantastic guitar player, a complete guitar whiz. He has his own albums, and the record company that we're both on the same label, and the record company in Australia decided to put us together and pair us up for this album.
Very nice. Tell me this traveling to Australia. Now, obviously, it's an expensive venture. Do you stay for a month? Do you stay for a week? How long are travels into these countries like Scotland and Australia?
Well, Australia, since it's such a long way to travel from Chicago, I usually stay a month. Now, this last tour, I was down there for 2 months, so it was a very long tour, and it was good though. It was nice to not have to worry about having the jet lag and that horrible flight.
And do you have a band who travels with you, or is there a band in Australia that Pete knows that you get together with when you play with the band?
I usually use Pete's band, and then I have a few other musicians in different areas because Australia is just the same size as the continent of the United States, North America, pretty much, and so I have musicians that I work with over there.
Okay. Now, we have a DVD of you in Australia. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what are we about to see here?
You're about to see Pete Cornelius, who we're talking about, play slide guitar, and I'm going to be singing the song that I co-wrote with our great King Solomon. What happened was I was on the way to Australia 2 years ago to record the album, and I was going through the good book, and I was reading Proverbs. And
Mishlei, as it's known.
Mishlei, yes. I was going through Mishlei, and I saw Proverbs 20, hell and destruction is never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. And I thought this was a great proverb, and I put music to it, and here you'll see me performing in front of about 15,000 people in Australia at the Byron Bay Blues and Roots Festival.
All right, here we are off to Australia with Stve Arvey, right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. We'll be right back.
Recording? All right, Byron Bay!
Now we're going to get sanctified, baby.
How are we feeling out there? Now, shit, I know it's only Friday. All the way in the back, I want everybody. How are we feeling out there? All right. We're going to get sanctified on you right here. King Solomon. I'm never fooled, so the eyes of man will never satisfy.
Magic Dragon, and I'm hiding the great face of Rabbi Doug. Watch him. Rabbi Doug. It's a wonderful show.
Welcome back from Australia, and you're here on Taped with Rabbi Doug, and my guest today, once again, Mr. Stve Arvey. And Steve, when you were doing this recording in Australia, were you doing it for a DVD, or were you just recording a show?
Actually, that clip was from somebody in the audience that just was filming me.
Really? And,
yeah.
And they gave it to you? And
they gave it to me, yeah. And then
very nice. You edited it into a DVD.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, it's part of the whole show was about an hour and 15 minutes long.
Very nice, very nice. So tell us about the blues scene in Chicago now. First of all, a lot of people have passed away in the last couple of years, famous blues people. Who are some of the people who are really legends in blues that are gone now that you've played with?
Buddy Hackett.
I was there with you for that one.
Yeah, you were there. No, there's been Junior Wells, Smokey Smothers, Lefty Diz, Jimmy Rogers, pretty long. Andrew Brown, he was another great. Lucky Lopez just passed away. Detroit Jr. I mean, they're probably not.
But it's a lot of people who've passed away in the blues scene who are well known in the last few years. A lot of them. What about the legends who are still playing around today in the blues scene? Who else have you played with and sat in with that people would know their names?
Hubert Sumlin's alive. He's doing good.
Yeah.
I'm playing with Magic Slim's guitar player a lot. I don't play that much with Magic Slim, but I've done gigs with him before, and he's doing good. He's alive. Buddy Guy's in good health. He's doing around. I didn't play with B.B. King, but he just celebrated his 80th birthday.
Yes, he did. That's pretty cool.
So there's.
How about who was the very first blues player that you actually got on stage with who was well known?
Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley. You didn't mention him, but I had to bring him up, and I remember very well.
Yeah,
I remember very well.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I just saw Bo. Bo and I played that same festival in Byron Bay, Australia together.
Oh, really? Bo was
It's the first time we saw each other in 20 years.
Really? Well, I know you're going to... Go ahead.
The first thing he did, he looked at me and he says, "Man, what have you been eating? Cheeseburgers?" Because I gained some weight. He looked at me and goes, "Man," he goes, "You've been eating a lot of cheeseburgers." And it's funny because what we did was backstage we were just talking about automobiles and cooking, the things that we did. He still has my truck that I traded him. I traded him a Divco milk truck and a 35 millimeter camera for a 62 Falcon, which I drove back to Chicago with after I left. Yeah, so it's kind of, he still got the truck, and it was fun. It was really good seeing him. Yeah.
So tell me, do you ever get people like Mayor Daley out to see you since his dad and your grandfather were such good friends and everything? Colonel Jake and stuff. Did Mayor Daley ever come out to you? Any famous politicians in Chicago come out and see you?
Bernie Hansen.
Oh, Bernie Hansen.
Bernie Hansen just gave me a ride to the Cubs game the other day. It was great. He came by my condo, picked me up at 3950. I couldn't believe it. It was great to have Bernie. No, other than that, I really don't have too many political figures.
These guys don't come out to see the blues scene so much, but
no, I mean most of those guys, they're. Not too much. I mean,
what would you say if I was to ask you what is the hottest blues club or the hottest blues scene in Chicago? Where would that be these days?
The hottest blues club right now in Chicago?
Yeah.
I think Rose's Lounge is really good.
Really, really.
Yeah, believe it or not, over on Armitage, Rose's Lounge has been doing very good.
Really. So a lot of big names in blues are playing there too.
Yeah, a lot of people are playing at Rose's.
Very nice. Well, we want to hear some more from you. So what are you going to do for us next?
I'll do a song that I wrote back in 1987. I wrote the song when I was in Los Angeles, going from Los Angeles up to Santa Barbara. It's called Ocean Boulevard.
All right, Ocean Boulevard with Stve Arvey here on Taped with Rabbi Doug.
Well, we're gonna take a ride on the Ocean Boulevard. Baby, just you and me. Yeah, we're gonna see all the sights we're dreaming about. Baby, just you and me. gonna take a ride from the city. Yeah, now I hope we're gonna get there soon. See everything that we dreamed about from that padded room. Maybe someday we'll find all love we left behind. I know it's gonna get there. I know it's gonna be real soon. Woo! Well, now I know every story's gotta have a compromise. You see, there's a future with no past. Did you really think that I was joking, my little darling, when I said we'd be running low on gas? They say every picture tells a story. Well, I can tell by the look in your eyes. Salvador Dali, he wasn't joking when he painted all those big goofy skies. Maybe someday we'll find all the love we left behind. I know we're gonna get there. I know it's gonna be real soon.
All right.
Ah, yes, Ocean Boulevard.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. So, what's your future in recording and writing? Are you still writing songs? You know, when someone thinks of the blues, they think all those songs are out there already. What's left? You know, every blues riff has been taken. Every blues song has been written. So people are thinking, you know, everybody who's playing the blues these days is just playing copies. But people are out there writing new blues songs, aren't they?
Yeah, there's still some blues songs. It's hard to write blues songs because you're like in a 3-chord structure. So it is difficult to write the blues songs. The last album I did I didn't have a lot of blues songs. I don't know which direction I'm going in next for the next album. I just write songs as they come along. I just can't sit down and say, okay, now I'm going to write a blues song, or now I'm going to write a jazz song, or I'm going to write a ballad or a rock song. I just kind of like go along with whatever comes along and comes into my head. I don't know what I'm going to do next for the future of Stve Arvey. It's just kind of like up in the air.
You know, it's a funny story. Steve and I would sit down when we were teenagers, and we had a friend named Sandy, and Sandy had a guitar, and Steve would pick it up and say, you know, I should get one of these for myself. And he finally got himself a guitar, and here you are out performing. Did you ever think when you first started picking up that guitar and goofing around that you'd be out performing in front of, you know, thousands of people?
I say this all over the world, and I'll say it to you right here on the Rabbi Doug Show. The reason I started playing guitar was because of girls. I mean, Sandy came from New York. He came into our community, and he had the guitar, and all of a sudden, at the parties, the girls were going over to the guitar player. And the same thing when I went to college, the dorm room, you know, the fraternity houses. If a guy walked in with a guitar player, boom, you know.
Hey.
So I started.
There you are, Stve Arvey, the single man still.
Right.
What you going to play for us next, Steve?
Single man blues. No. No, I've been in a good relationship, so I've been very happy. Okay, you kind of threw me off with that one. Let me do my the song that basically got me started in Australia, and which we featured in the last show, Blues Messiah.
Oh, Blues Messiah, which you played with Ruby Harris last time. You're going to play for us now. This is Stve Arvey's Blue Messiah right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug.
standing on the highway, driven by the rain. Gonna ride the hellhound down to the crossroads once again, waiting for the morning when the day has just begun. Stand up and be counted like every mother's son. Blood mist on the rise, my soul's on fire. I feel the coming of the blues messiah. Blood mist on the rise, my soul's on fire. I see the resurrection of the blues messiah. Stealing through the shadows of a ghost town paved with tears, staring out of sightless eyes, blinded by my fears. Lord, I cry, give me shelter from the rain, save me from the floods, and I'll be on my way again. Lord, I cry, give me shelter from the rain, save me from the floods, and I'll be on my way again. The mist on the rise, my soul's on fire. I feel the coming of the blues messiah. Blood mist on the rise, my soul's on fire. I see the resurrection of the blues messiah. Blood mist on the rise, my soul's on fire. I see the coming of the blues messiah. Blood mist on the rise, my soul's on fire. I feel the coming of the blues messiah.
Love that song.
Thank you.
It's just a great song. It's just
Thank
really,
you.
really catchy and meaningful and great. Steve, it's been such a pleasure to have you back on the show after a long time in between. I hope you'll come back again soon and be with us again. I want to, as always, thank my crew, Alan Berman, behind the scenes, and Dan Hauser behind the scenes, and especially want to wish behind the scenes a very happy birthday to our own Diana Bross, who makes these cameras work and stuff for us. And happy birthday, Diana. I want to thank all of you, our guests, for being with us, and want to thank Steve once again for playing for us today and coming in. Remember, check out our website, www.tvrabbi.com. You'll find on our links Steve's information to find out more about him and where he's playing and about what he has recorded. Want to also tell you, if you want to drop me an email, ask me any questions, info@tvrabbi.com is the email address. And Steve, we'd love for you to just close us out with a song, if you would. And thanks again for being with us. Thank all of you. We'll see you next time here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Once again, this is Stve Arvey.
Thank you, Rabbi Doug fans and the Chicagoland audience.
When I woke up this morning and looked around to see, my thoughts were all mistaken. What to be was what to be. The clouds have passed over. The shore is now in view. Every little thing that's on my mind that I want to be. Faith and trust will guide the way. That's all I need to know. The seeds sown, life goes by. The picture gets so clear.